Vlog day 7:58. I'm out. Good morning. It's Monday, and it feels like a Monday. And have you ever, why is Monday the 13th? Which seems like a far unluckier combination than Friday the 13th to me. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, I kind of wanted to pull out today why it is that I do what I do and why I think it matters. That the why is answered and something that's reflected on and stuck to. We're coming up on the end of the third season, as I've said repeatedly recently, and it seems kind of important to have a good idea as to why I'm doing what I'm doing, because as opportunities to do things increase and as I can do whatever I want, how do I hone in on what it is that I actually want to be doing and make sure that I'm spending time on and investing in the things that are going to move me forward towards those things that I want. It's not going to happen if I don't think about it. Other thing, I'm debating whether or not to wear shorts today because it's gotten surprisingly chilly the last couple days, or just today, this morning in particular, and it's really pleasant, but is it tricking me into believing that it's going to be cooler than it's really going to be? I'm not sure. Last update from in here, I'll show you something. In the end, I opted for pants. I don't know, you don't get to wear them that often right now. Rather than, this is the mattress that Ruben slept on over here while he was here, and rather than put it away, I kind of thought maybe I would buffer it. This mattress right here, mat, it's not even really a mattress, so this half a mattress is what I've been sleeping on. This is a sheet. It's, you know, it's gray underneath. But this is what I've been sleeping on the floor, and I've been feeling like maybe my back, my shoulders in particular don't really appreciate that so much. So while this thing is up here, I thought I'd add it underneath, have something extra floofy. I'm not really sure. I think I need to get used to it. Like, part of me thinks it's better, part of me's not sure. Anyways, that's a random update. It's not really a room to chateau update. It's more like a room to limbo to chateau update, but you get the idea. Back at the last couple of years, I've been vlogging for over 2 years now, which is nuts. Why I do what I do is ultimately the best answer for how I ended up here. People ask me all the time why I'm here, why I want to live in France, what it is I did to get here, how I got here, how I got my visa, what I do for work, all those kinds of things. But ultimately, all those things are answered by the fact that I want to be in France. I'm here because I feel at home in Paris. I love Paris. I just want to be in this city. Metro. So the work, the visa, the struggle and the pain and the suffering, the good, the highs, all of it comes down to the fact that I just love living in the city. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be here. And then when I came here as an adult, I fell in love with it, and I really actually want to be here. And that's what ultimately drives you to make stuff happen, when otherwise they probably wouldn't. It's not easy. Being here is not easy. Living here is not easy. Figuring out a way to make it work is not easy. But ultimately, the why on that front is just having a deep-seated desire to live here and feeling incredibly at home. I don't know, it's so hard to put into words at the same time, but there's this core part of me that needs to be here, and that's gonna keep me here, even if I have to put up a fight to do it. I know I said the Peloton was closed this week, which they are, but they're still doing bike tours. I just swing by and pick something up from them anyways, so hopefully they're here enough that I can actually just camp out and work without like anybody coming in. It'd be nice and quiet. It could be great. Assuming they have coffee. I have their coffee! Got a little bit of work done on the guide. For those of you who are interested in my personalized guide to Paris, it's on its way. And then all your questions will be answered. And the ones that aren't, sorry. Going back to the why questions, the same thing holds true with the writing and vlogging and just the future in general. Like everything that I'm trying to do with my life is because I feel an internal drive to do it as much as anything. I love telling stories. I love making things. I love learning things to make better things and cooler things. And I want to keep pushing myself. And so that pushes you through a lot of the pain. And I want things in the future as well. Like I want to be able to do big things that I can't afford to do now or I'm not equipped to do now, like full-length motion pictures. Can't do that now. Definitely don't have the wherewithal. Not the wherewithal, but I don't have the resources, don't have the capacity at the moment. So what do we do to get there? How do I build towards that? How do I refine my storytelling ability, develop an audience, do whatever? Those things are more motivating on the externals. What is it that I want from life in the future? Where do I want to be? What do I want to do? But on the internal side of things, I've just always loved writing, telling stories. Ever since I was a kid, I loved creating and I loved sharing those stories and seeing how people reacted to them. Making people laugh, making people never cry probably. I don't know if I've ever made anybody cry, I should work on that. But there's always room to grow. There's always room to be challenged and to improve, to learn. I love it. And when I'm working in something else, when I've done a bunch of different jobs, from ridiculous jobs like working in quality control in a pharmaceutical company to working for the Census Bureau, enumerating. Obviously I've done IT work and web development and all kinds of stuff, but you go crazy. I go crazy doing that stuff. I get bored once I've learned it, and it's just not the kind of stuff that I want to be doing. So there's an internal drive that I don't even control that makes me want to spend as much time as possible storytelling, sharing, informing, educating, entertaining. Those are things that I love to do, and they make it worth the extra pain. So doing all those side jobs to support myself while I develop my skill sets is just a necessary facet of building what I hope will be a long-term creative career. And in the same way, being the starving artist, which was pretty close to the truth last year, is also worth it. It's worth that pain, and if you're willing to put in the extra work to work 17-hour days or whatever just to make it, because it's what you want more than anything. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna do something, do those things that you can't help but do. If what you're pursuing in life is something that you're not excited about, not passionate about, how are you gonna carry on doing that for the rest of your life? I mean, I haven't lived an entire life yet, but I imagine it'd be tough to do that. So ultimately, the way that I've chosen to live my life is almost not even a choice. It's doing things that I can't help but do and hoping that at some point those things pay the bills. And I guess if I were to offer any unsolicited advice on that point would be to find those things and do them. I mean, obviously I have to do them just to survive, I think, psychologically as a human, but pursue them and build your life around them and be the best you can possibly be at them and keep pushing yourself and see what develops. I forgot to show the pizza that I had there, but it was really good. Archimboldo? I don't remember how to say the name, but I did mark it on Mapster, so if you've got Mapster access, you'll find it. I didn't have anything marked in this neighborhood, so it's good to add that. I'm gonna go meet Pushan for a bit, discuss plans and plots, and then we'll move from there. I hope it makes sense what I was saying about like the why being so important. People tell me all the time that they want to do something, that they want to write a book, or they want to travel, or they want to do whatever, but they don't do it. And I think that's kind of the key element, is like, if you want to do this stuff, you're gonna do it. You're gonna find a way to do it. And if you don't find a way to do it, I'm not saying that you don't want to do it, just saying maybe there's something that's missing from it. Maybe you need to figure out that little thing about it that actually gets you really excited, whether it's travel or writing or making videos or whatever it is. Find that little element that's missing, and that might spark your desire in a way that motivates you to really get it done. All right, I've found my way. I'm feeding Pushan a sandwich. I don't know if I showed the whole sandwich finding situation for you or not, but they're doing some cakes that I'm... lunch. They've been down here in Pushan's dungeon photographing delicious little cake balls, which look really good, and I can show you in passing. This is the cousin of the blue one that you just saw, which is really delicious and kind of spicy.
Very spicy.
Mm-hmm. Very spicy. Not very spicy, but spicy. The perks of being a food photographer. Speaking of passions, those guys were actually doing a photo shoot for a food competition, a food photography competition, and the photos looked amazing. Hopefully Pushan will be able to post them publicly in the not too distant future. The last photo was taking them a long time, so no meeting happened. I got some work done. I still feel like way behind on everything I want to be getting done, but we're making progress. I'm gonna go see an old college buddy who's passing through town on his honeymoon, and then head home from there. So I might just wrap it up here and call it an evening. In the end, whatever we do in life is all we get to do, right? You only get one life, so why spend it doing something that makes you miserable, that you're not happy doing, that you're not proud of? Whatever it is, why not put everything you have, everything you can, reasonably, while still feeding yourself and taking care of yourself as best you can towards projects, jobs, passions, loves, a future that you really, really want. I don't know, that's how I'm trying to live my life, at least. because I don't know how much more life I have left to live, so I might as well just burn right through it as hot as I can. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for more of whatever this madness is, and possibly a travel day. Yeah, very much likely a travel day. What is your problem? Who doesn't want a mustache like this? Scooters are mildly annoying. Have you ever wondered how they make cheese? You really don't want to know.